Hey y'all! Oh my gosh, I missed you. Hi. It has been a crazy couple of weeks. I can finally talk about it. I've had a surprise plan for my husband's 40th birthday, party bus, everything, and it's been a lot of planning, a lot of mishaps in between that, so it has taken up a lot of my time, plus like my job and stuff. And I've just kind of put YouTube on the back burner, and I hate it when I do that. But you know, y'all understand that life gets in the way sometimes, and I appreciate it. And I love y'all, and thank you for always understanding whenever I float off into the unknown. But you can always find me usually on Instagram. This past weekend, it is what it is, and you get to see some of the backstage of like my personal life. So I'm happy to be back, and I'm gonna give y'all a couple of missing people videos this week because I've been slacking on that, and that is one of the main reasons why I do this channel, is to help spread awareness about missing people. I've always wanted to do YouTube, and I've done YouTube for almost 4 years now. It's been a journey, and I finally found what I am passionate about here. So if you would love to support me and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I would love it if you would subscribe. I am fully not here yet. If you're not new, I'm not here really anyway. I have ADD, so I'm always all over the place, but I'm still recovering from this weekend because I'm not in my 20s, and I don't recover as fast as I used to, and I thought I was in my 20s. Video is going to be all about Tristyn Bailey. If you have not seen the previous video that I've done on Tristyn, then this is what it looks like. You can go ahead and click it up here and go ahead and watch that video before you watch this one. I'll kind of recap what happened. There's been some new information that has came out, and you guys, I'm gonna warn you, it is graphic and it is very upsetting to listen to. So just a warning, this baby girl, hopefully she is going to see her justice very, very soon. So let's go ahead and get into it. So like I said, there has been some new things that came out in the discovery today. Today's Wednesday. I don't even know the date, July 14th. Let's just go ahead and start with the night that Tristyn Bailey disappeared. So that night, her mom, she's 13 years old, Tristyn is 13 years old, and her mom went to go knock on her door. She realized that Tristyn was not there, and she called the police. She realized that Tristyn went missing just after midnight, and she provided a list of all of her friends to the deputies. The deputies went by the list one by one, interviewing all of Tristyn's friends. So one of the names on that list told deputies that her and Aiden Fushi were hanging out at a friend's house, like a mutual friend's house. They had left that house together around 1 a.m. So being Aiden the last person to see Tristyn, deputies went over to Aiden's house to question him. So Aiden did say that they were there together and they left, but he told them that Tristyn ended up walking down her street and went home, and then he ended up going home as well. Well, they were like, well, why were you not home until 3:30 in the morning? And he just simply said he walked around until he decided to go home. Aiden agreed to show investigators the path that he took, that him and Tristyn took, and along that path, he eventually said, okay, Tristyn didn't go home. He said that they continued past North Durban Parkway, which is in their neighborhood. And then when the two passed Leith Hall Drive, Aiden proceeded to tell investigators that Tristyn grabbed his junk, and Aiden got super pissed and they got into a argument, and he pushed Tristyn, and Tristyn fell and hit her head, and he left. It says later on that at one point, Aiden, when he was in the patrol car, that he punched the back of the cop seat and started crying and said, I'm gonna get arrested for some bullshit. But again, from my first video, neighborhood video camera footage showed Aiden and Tristyn. I mean, they're in the same clothes. They look like them. It's dark, but it was them, allegedly. It shows them walking through the neighborhood around 1:45 on multiple neighborhood cameras. This is a nice neighborhood, okay? If you don't know, this is a nice neighborhood. And then Aiden's home security camera footage shows him walking in his house at 3:30 in the morning, around 3:30 in the morning. And that's how they know that Aiden got there at that time. Now, after a fellow neighbor was walking in the neighborhood, he noticed Tristyn's body by a retention pond. So after they found Tristyn, they got a search warrant for Aiden's house. They found several items at Aiden's home and they tested them because they had blood on them, and they did come back positive for Tristyn. Now, dozens of people were interviewed. Out of those interviews of like fellow classmates and everything, one girl ended up saying to the detectives that Aiden actually asked her that same day if she wanted to sneak out of the house, and she said no. And when she told Aiden no, that Aiden called her a ton of derogatory names, and she said later on, like, that could have been me. And yes, that could, like, that, oh my gosh, my heart, I can't. This case is so sickening, and mainly I feel like because I have a daughter that's 12 and okay, let's just keep going. They also interviewed Aiden's cousin. Now, Aiden's cousin says that she sees Aiden multiple times a week, that he comes over there a lot throughout the week, but she hasn't seen Aiden in about a week. So since May 1st. Now, this was done on Mother's Day this year. She hasn't seen Aiden since May 1st, until Aiden sent his cousin a picture of him in the back of the cop car. Detectives asked this cousin if they noticed any odd behaviors of Aiden or anything like that, and they did say that at one point, I don't know if they said when, but they did say at one point Aiden said that he was going to go to jail for something big at some point in his time of his life, something like that. But, and this is what makes me so mad. This part just infuriates me. So detectives also said that two other friends said that Aiden told them that he wanted to do something like this, even stated that it was going to be sometime soon, and said that he wanted to drag somebody in the woods, kill them in their throat. Like, oh my God, if these kids or anybody would have spoken up or told somebody, like, this little girl could have possibly been saved. And if you see any red flags like that from anybody, if somebody is saying something like that, please take that to heart. That is a very serious statement, and you just never know. Like, you could be saving somebody's life. That just honestly makes me sick. I mean, if that is not red flags, I don't know what is. So if you don't know, she did get stabbed 114 times. Like, that is brutal. 35 of them were to the head and the neck, and then the others were on her torso, back, and her chest, and her upper part of her body. I'm assuming like her arms and fingers and hands. But girl, she fought back. I'm sorry, some people get upset that I like get emotional, but I am a very emotional person. I wear my heart on my sleeve. If you are new, if you are not new, then you already know this about me and you love it about me anyway, and I'm not gonna please everybody, and that's okay, but this is me. I feel these cases. I put myself in these people's shoes, and that's why I want to spread awareness about these cases. We could learn something about even the solved cases. So, okay. Also, something that was new in this discovery that I have not heard was there was the word karma written on the inside of Tristyn's left ankle in blue ink. It's not said if that was Aiden or who it was that wrote it, but that is sick. And what's even more disturbing is after investigators told Aiden that they found Tristyn's body and she is not with us anymore, he said, "How is that my problem?" So they did list out the discovery, like what they have on the discovery list. So far they have audio recording of Aiden, Stacy, which is Aiden's mom. And if I didn't say this in my last video, I haven't done an update video on it, but Stacy, my camera shut off, but Stacy, Aiden's mom, did turn herself in. She was seen on video surveillance in their house washing the same pants that Aiden was wearing that night, and there was blood trace evidence in the sink that she was washing those pants in. So she is also being charged with tampering with evidence. They got audio recordings of Aiden, Stacy, and Aiden's dad, Jason Fushi. Now, they are not married. Aiden's mom lives in this neighborhood with her boyfriend. I believe it's her boyfriend. If it's her husband, correct me if I'm wrong down below. And they also have audio recording with Tristyn Bailey's parents as well. They have also downloaded contents from the cell phones of Aiden's mom, Aiden's dad. They have Aiden's shirts and shoes, and I'm assuming pants. And then they also subpoenaed the phone, like everything that's in the phones of Tristyn, Aiden, and Aiden's parents as well. They also got Aiden's school records. Now, if you know, you know, but Aiden and his mom just moved there December. Like, it was not but a few months before this all happened with Tristyn. So he was pretty new to that whole area. So they got 42 PDF files from Aiden's school records. They also looked through Aiden, Tristyn, and Aiden's parents' Snapchats and Instagram. And from that, they gathered 5 video files and 2 JPEG files, as well as the video surveillance from Aiden's home, and then the 5 different videos from the neighborhood from the locations. So there's 5 different locations that they're seen on video. Over 250 witnesses that they're talking to. Like, this is just insane. July 28th is when his pretrial is. Again, they are gonna try him as an adult. They're shooting for first degree, for last I heard. They cannot do the death penalty because of his age, but that still does carry a maximum of life sentence. Now, what do you think? What do y'all think? Do you think because he's 14, he should be tried as a kid? Or do y'all believe you do a man's crime, you do the man's time? Me personally, that is a brutal crime. Like, you need to do life in prison. And you've talked about it before. That just shows it was premeditated. I mean, he was gonna do it to somebody, whether it was Tristyn or not. So let's just get him off the streets now while he's young and doesn't do it to multiple people. You feel me? Like, I can't, y'all. That is all I have for this video today. I promise I will be back in another video this week. I have a video coming up on Summer Wells, the little 6-year-old that went missing in Tennessee. And there's a lot of drama behind that, you guys. And if y'all know me, I don't do drama. Like, I just don't. I want to stick to facts. I want to stick to as much facts as we can and put the information out there to spread awareness, because that is simply what this is. I'm not here for the theories or the bull or the drama. I am straight here to get awareness out for Summer and these people that are missing. So I hope y'all catch me for that video. If you've been following along with that case, you probably already know, but if you still want to watch it, I would love for you to watch it. Go ahead and click the thumbs up button on this video if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I missed y'all so much. I will see you in a few days. I promise. I love you. Thank you for being so patient with me as always, and I will see you in my next video. I gotta go relax my body. Bye, y'all.